argue about who the coolest Dragon Ball Z character. It's Piccolo, in case you guys were wondering.
This is amazing! I feel incredible! Yes, 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 yes!
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today, we're diving back into r/TalesofNeckbeards. My goodness, I am so excited. This Camelot Beard saga seems to be shaping up. Who knew that user Sincerely Sinclair would answer the call from a post that was made 5 months ago, and now just a new one popping up right in front of us. We are truly blessed. That's all I can really say. These authors, these saga writers, just providing the cringe. I am but a humble vessel, you know what I'm saying? So, as always, big shout out to the people who write these stories, and big shout out to the people who are watching these stories and allowing me to do this whole YouTube thing full time. You guys definitely the real MVPs of the channel, and I appreciate you guys holding me up, choosing me to be your bearded leader. It really does mean the world, so let's not hesitate any longer. We'll go ahead. We'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way. I still haven't made that podcast addition to the plugs. I guess I'll work on that. But then we will dive right into some of this Tales of Neckbeards cringe. World War Weeb, the land of Egypt. Oh my god, we're going so far away. I mean, I guess technically Egypt's between the UK and Japan, but who are they gonna side with? Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Imagine my surprise when I got people asking for updates. God bless anybody who sent Sinclair a message. That's a real MVP play too, man. I didn't want to reach out myself and make it feel like I was forcing anybody into something, but, you know, just a gentle nudge to write some more, and it was delivered so fast. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. Thank you. That's all I can really say. I can't say that I blame ya, and who am I to deny you? I am your humble author, and ReddX is your marvelously talented narrator. Oh, I blush. But before we begin the second installment of this train wreck, let's go ahead and get the cast out of the way. We've got ROP, 14 female at the time, a weeb, a crybaby, and the new kid at school. Our neckbeard, that's Camelot Beard. Think of your usual neckbeard with a fetish for Japan, but instead, this kid was obsessed with England. He fully believed himself to be King Arthur, my fellow readers, and that the history class was his domain. No, for real though, people taking this whole history class thing like way too seriously. The tables divided into nations seems like a good idea until you realize that people will have gang wars over wearing a different color. Like, this could turn very bad. Lance was the coolest kid at the UK table, which is a pretty low bar, I think. He was a skateboarder, a chill dude, and my school crush. He made my little heart go doki doki. Cleo was the queen of the table of Egypt. Brains, beauty, brawn, and a hater of Camelot Beard. Also, my mortal nemesis in Civilization 6, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Backstory. I was the new kid, just trying to find my place in the school that already had groups developed. I would unwittingly cause World War Weeb. What can I say? We all make mistakes. I mean, the reactive chemicals were there. You were sort of just the catalyst that set the whole thing off. I think it would have happened eventually. One little spark is all it took. Anyways, when I first came to the history class, I was a crybaby weeb. Today, I'm no longer a crybaby, and my weeaboo days are long behind me. However, I did not grow a spine overnight, but I did lose my weeb tendencies fairly quickly. Nobody grows a spine overnight. It takes years to cultivate it. Remember how I said that the Japan table was serious about Japan stuff? how their parents had hired a tutor to speak Japanese. They went to botanical gardens, ate legit sushi. They literally took classes on how to make sushi. That sounds so awesome. I want to take a sushi making class. And yeah, they dove into all sorts of other Japanese cuisine. I mean, that was great and all, but it was too much for me. I was nowhere near as hardcore as the other members were. Like I said, people are really identifying with this shit. Like, it's fun, but it's just one class out of, what, 6 or 7? Come on, bro. At a certain point, it becomes madness. Sure, they were happy to talk about Pokemon and argue about who the coolest Dragon Ball Z character. It's Piccolo, in case you guys were wondering.
This is amazing! I feel incredible! Yes, 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 yes!
I got no dog in this fight. But they were more into everything Japanese, rather than a small subsection of the entire culture. As it should be, I guess. As a result, I started to feel a little bit left out. It wasn't done on purpose, but when one person's interest in a subject doesn't match up to the rest of the group, I guess it happens. Yeah, then you have a choice to make, OP. Do you want to broaden your horizons and dive into all things Japanese? Or, yeah, the easier thing to do is probably pull back and be like, okay, I just want to talk about Pokemon, you guys. I don't know what's going on. They were great to me for those first few awkward days, but it soon became apparent that I couldn't hold my Japanness up to their level. Now that I didn't have a group of hardcore weeby friends, I was forced to grow. Oh God, that's so difficult. I went to Miss G, and I asked her if I could rotate between tables until I found a group that I felt good with. Miss G, again, the smartest and sweetest woman, saw that I wasn't as enmeshed in Japan, and she welcomed me just moving around and talking to some other people. Miss G did caution that I would have to find my own table sooner rather than later, or I would be forced to do the final project by myself. I wasn't totally sold on group projects anyways, so the idea of working by myself didn't really worry me. Yeah, group projects, always a mess. It's always just going to be one person that does it and everybody else that flakes out. Or maybe everybody just expects that that one person is going to do it and it's not going to be them. And then everybody fails. I've seen that happen too. It is ugly. At least that was my experience with college classes in a nutshell. I don't think we really did it in elementary or high school. You were all on your own, and I agree with OP. I kind of like that better. Anyways, so the next class period, I told the members of the Japanese table what was going to happen. They wished me the best and made me an origami flower. Well, it's not an origami shuriken, but I guess I'll take it. I put it next to my shuriken, and without further delay, I left. Across the classroom I traveled, with only my heart and growing origami collection to guide and sustain my awkward soul. It's so dramatic. I love it. It was a rocky journey. The other tables were close-knit, but I found sanctuary at the Egypt table. Now, you have all already met the leader of the UK table, Camelot Beard, but allow me to introduce to you the leader of the glorious table of Egypt. Her name was Cleo. She was a volleyball player with long black hair and a penchant for stunning eye makeup. Yeah, that sounds like Cleopatra, all right. The girl wore eyeshadow that was brighter than my future. God damn it. Cleo was the gracious and humble leader of the Egypt table. I mean, part of me surprised that they picked Egypt as, a country table, but I guess I should be more surprised by Spain. Egypt has like pyramids and stuff like that. Really, all countries have like something cool within them. And yeah, you can't deny that Egyptian history. It goes a long way back. Cleo welcomed me like we had been friends for years. When she learned that I was going to be moving around from table to table, she gave me some sage advice. Avoid the UK table, she cautioned. Camelot Beard is an asshole. That bad, huh? Have you not realized how long you've been here? It only takes a day. Yes, he's that bad. Did he not assault you over the Pokemon cards at lunch in the last episode? Fuck that kid, that's all I'm saying. Her eyes narrowed in his direction as he loudly talked about his weekend. Much worse than that. He destroyed one of my favorite palettes last semester. It was a birthday gift from my Nona. It was Mac. What did he do? I foolishly asked. Cleo's jaw clenched. He fucking ate it. Yeah, that's about what we'd expect from a beard. Anything that will fit inside their mouth. They're basically like giant toddlers. Don't trust them with those pennies. He did what? I couldn't have heard her right. My hearing must be going. There was no way that someone actually... He licked the palate like it was ice cream. Another member of the table whispered to me. Oh, ice cream is just a recurring theme in this OP's stories. All these beards, they just can't keep their tongue in their mouth. There's something in the water, I'm pretty sure. It's true. I saw him do it, a second member nodded. Why did he? 'Cause he's an asshole. That's why, Cleo sneered. He knew that I was excited to get it. I got to enjoy that palette for just 1 week before he got his grubby hands on it and screwed it up. If you have anything that you love, keep it away from him. He likes to destroy things, and he likes destroying nothing more than himself, as has been clearly evidenced. I really should have taken Cleo's warnings to heart, but I figured that since I didn't keep anything as expensive as makeup around, and I had made all the Pokemon trades with Spain that I had wanted, I really had nothing to lose. Again, I was a sweet summer child. That's right, all you can really lose is your innocence. Time makes fools of us all, and my time would be coming up quite shortly. Oh, O.P. Until that tragic day would strike me, I stayed in Egypt and enjoyed Cleo's hospitality. She was a brilliant girl with an excessive amount of confidence. To someone like me who was basically without a spine, it was admirable to be around her, which was often, as we shared a lot of classes together. Aw, new BFF, that's alright. It's time to leave weeby things behind. I can safely say that Cleo was the sole reason that I passed my math class that year. In return for her tutoring me, I allowed myself to be used as a makeup dummy for her when she wanted to test out her skills or try out some new styles. That sounds like a win-win. I mean, unless she's bad at it, but it doesn't seem like she's bad at it. Every morning after gym, we would sit in the locker room and Cleo would patiently do my eyes. I hadn't started wearing makeup yet, and Cleo was mindful that I didn't like or look good in heavy dramatic makeup. I'll admit that I was hesitant about wearing eyeshadow, as I had a really bad habit of rubbing my eyes. Well, this will break you of that habit, don't you worry. What was the point of wearing something pretty if I was just gonna mess it up when I felt tired? It's all a learning process. You could break a bad habit in a week if you just remember not to do it. And I bet you will remember not to do it because being shamed socially is a great motivator. Unless you're a neckbeard. The first time I wore it, I felt unsure about it all, but when I got to history class, something happened. The first being that Camelotbeard was hovering over the French table. He was, of course, being an asshole, as usual. He was insulting the French's ability to win wars, when Joan, a staunch defender of France's table against all opponents, lobbed the most devastating of insults. At least my country didn't lose the 100 Years' War, she hissed. Oh, snap. Now it's getting real. I mean, they are learning history, obviously, but is this really the way? This was apparently a huge fucking thing between Joan and Camelotbeard, and I had no clue. I was just happy to be in class on time. My locker was on the other side of the school, and I had to run so as not to be late. As Camelotbeard promptly decided to lose his shit, the second thing happened, and that was Lance. He put his hand on Camelotbeard's shoulder and told him, "Not worth it. Remember UN Day?" Lance's words were meant to calm Camelotbeard down, but, they had the opposite effect.
Tea is an English drink.
You're really stuck on that, aren't you? He desperately looked around for someone to agree with him, and that someone was me. He barreled towards me, got right into my personal space, and asked / demanded / bellowed,
Hey, P, tea is an English drink, right? Yes or no?
I'm pretty sure that tea came from China. As many of the comments in the last video pointed out, England was actually one of the last people in Europe to get tea. They just latched onto it really hard. I hadn't expected to be pulled into a skirmish. I was a standalone country. Cleo hadn't gotten out of science yet, and France was all too happy to let someone else deal with the English for once. Like the Americans. Yeah, boy. History lesson. All the other tables awaited what I would say. I could see Japan poised and ready to leap to my defense. It was a touching display to know that I had allies all the way across the classroom, but it was unneeded. Like a knight of old, Lance stepped in.
I like your eyes, he said. They're pretty.
Well, damn. Who could focus on the neckbeard in front of you with a sweet compliment like that? I immediately ignored Camelot Beard and turned all of my attention to Lance. Thanks. Cleo did it for me.
That's cool. You sitting with her today?
Yeah, I responded, ever oblivious to Camelot Beard's growing outrage that two people were having a discussion and didn't invite him. That's right, none may sit higher than the king.
Are you wearing makeup?
Camelot Beard asked, breaking into our conversation. Yeah. I blinked slowly so Cleo's handiwork could be displayed.
I like ladies who look more natural,
Camelot Beard scoffed.
And no one likes ladies who wear heavy makeup.
Oh, he's speaking for all men at this point. I really don't think OP gives a single shit what Camelot Beard thinks. Lance likes it, and that's more than enough motivation to continue doing it. It also, pushes Camelot Beard away, which is double motivation. This was my first experience with someone negging me. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I did know two things. One, Lance thought my eyes looked pretty. And two, Camelot Beard was repulsed by girls who wore the kind of eyeshadow that I had on. In my book, that was a win-win. Exactly like I said. Continue doing this, never stop no matter what. But alas, I had no clever comebacks or brilliant strokes of comedy that would defend me from the flirtations or attempts of flirtations by Camelot Beard. Instead, I stupidly said, I don't care, and I don't drink tea. It's not that stupid, that's just kind of blunt, but it gets the point right across. I know what you're thinking. OP, why don't you drink tea? I would never think that. I drink coffee 100%. I think tea's gross. It's one of the most popular drinks in the world. What's up with that? And my answer to that would be, I don't know, guys. It just never really clicked for me. I like lemon tea stuff, but that's once in a blue moon. Naturally, I wasn't going to tell Camelot Beard my drink preferences, but the damage had already been done. I had told him, a true fake-ass Englishman, that I didn't drink tea. I had no idea just how badly I had fucked up. Dun, dun, dun! That's some foreshadowing for you. As Cleo entered, I made my escape, but I would not be able to escape Camelot Beard the next time that I saw him in class. Indeed, I had offended him beyond all compare, and in his eyes I was blind to the glory of the UK. I obviously needed to have someone like him to show me the way. Camelot Beard assigned himself to the job, and of course, accepted it immediately. Oh God, a neckbeard trying to fix another human? You know that's not gonna go well. God damn it, dude. I am eagerly looking forward to the next part of this story. Tomorrow we'll probably get into some unfortunate nookie. We're about due for that, but as soon as I see the next part, I am hopping on top of it. The episode is a little bit short, so let's take a journey over to r/neckbeard things and see what unholy abominations we can find over there. Oh, look! Here's a Pikachu with an ahegao face. Oh, God! Thank you so much. I hate it. I sincerely hope that whoever put this on their card did it ironically, but I'm not too sure about that. How about this one? A neckbeard post from Reddit on Reddit? Now we're getting meta.
Honestly, I gave up on the idea of marriage or relationships. I work and work. My hair is falling out in my early 20s, for fuck's sake. I couldn't be with someone who doesn't work as hard as me, or lives in the moment, or just makes money the easy way, if you get my drift. Most women just don't work as hard. No one can convince me otherwise.
My wife works about 10 times harder than I do, if I can be completely frank about that. Hair falling out in your early 20s? Bro, I don't think that's because of work. That's because you got a shitty diet. Or poor genetics. And if you was really working that hard, then you wouldn't find the time to make shit posts on Reddit, now would you? I'm working so hard. But first I have to tell everybody how hard I'm working on Reddit. Ugh. Also, I'm not sure if sex work is really like the easy way. You try it out for a little while and tell me how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's more difficult than you think. And I guess we'll end things out with just a little truth bomb. The funniest part about unlikable geek men is that they're fully convinced that people don't like them simply because of their hobbies. They cannot even begin to process the idea that comics and D&D and shit have in fact always been kind of cool, and maybe it's their personalities that might just be 100% repulsive. The combined unwavering ego/persecution complex is just unreal.
I was socially rejected because I like video games.
No, Tyler, you were socially rejected because you turn every conversation you have into a competition and you call women
females.
Or miladies. You take your pick. Also, I don't know if Tyler is the name that I would have picked for a neckbeard, but it does sound like one of those gamer bros. Like a Call of Duty gamer bro. You know, not like one of them elitist gamers you find over on like V on 4chan or something like that. They're like, oh, you play such and such? Your taste is so basic. Check out my game collection. Like, what video game you choose to play really makes you some sort of person. You ain't as brilliant as you think you are, as is the case with most neckbeards. But I think that about wraps it, yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you like, comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Yeah! I hope that you'll share the video around if you should like. That is like a super big brain play. We've also got links in the description if you'd like to peruse those. We got playlists and plugs and podcasts, whatever you want down there. Go ahead, check it out. We've also got my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Yes, I'm everywhere. And of course, we've also got my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous Patreon patrons. And I would like to thank them very much, as I do every episode. So, thank you very much.
Robert Waits, Bamboo Wagon Pants, Jarhead Jerry, Oorah, River Jerry, Blue, Captain Cloud Jerry, Hong Kong, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Cinema Susie, Danny Nerdnick, For Auld Lang Syne. My voice is going a little bit. Fire Drink, Giggle Jerry, Ayurary, Latin, Livingston Loves Jerry, so does ReddX, Mr. Anime Manga Fan, Rogue, Silent Revolver, Magula Marsha Thornrose, Jerry, the OG Jerry, Becca, Jerish Kitsune, Little Lone Vanilla Mel, Satori, 211 Jerry, The Return of Jerry, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Asian Persuasion Jerry, yeah, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, what's up with that guy? Bitch Gremlin, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Camille Sarah, Commander J Tank, Deltarune Jerry, Dennis Dayton, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Nova Studios, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, Itchy Nuts, Just Scratching Bro, a pimp named J Crisp, yes, you gotta say the whole thing, JM Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry with an I, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry the Smoke, Jerry to the other Jerry. Baby, Jerry the outlaw mother trucker Hong Kong. We already did a Hong Kong, but this one's more aggressive. John Hero, Jolly Black Jerry. Some boofing, cause if you're boofing is free. Jerry, tell it to the Jerry. Captain J Wonka, perhaps the J stands for Jerry. Probably it does. Crewhee, Lady Tom, Jerry Nix. You can't do that. This is a combo wombo. Legendary, Ms. Monday, Lord Lionel, Jackass Rule, Melgar the Destroyer, Mint, Jerry Chip, the freshest of the Jerrys. Ooh, makes your mouth feel cool. Mirthful Baker, my boy, that one, Nick Natari, Nightmare Jerry. Oh no, Origami Jerry Steve. They got married too. Panda Prince Jerry, yeah. Phantom of the Pines, Jerry Kids and Jerry Bad, TSM Kirby, Sally Jerry Raphael, aka Mr. Jerry, Sarita the Lolita, Serrated Ash, Staples, aka Jerry, Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomato, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster, the guy with the marble, I think his name is Jerry, the Luncher Fusky, Treeberg Wilmax, yet another different Jerry, Comrade Mooney, oh my god, did you write this story, Comrade Mooney? Tell me truly. Kira, you're a wizard, Jerry, Redwind, Goose says honk, Nog Viper, Saints Blessing, John Indoors, a normal Jerry, I came for the cringe, I stayed for the voices and commentary. Bless you. I think that's how it works for most of us, except the people who are like, hey, stop talking so much, ReddX. I can't stop talking. It's kind of what I do. You know what I mean? That's like, what the chip? Never mind. I'm doing it again. Hunter of Jerry's, devourer of all things tasty. It's Tom. Oh no. Admiral T, Tank, Alunia Demonista, Amara, Atomic Jerryzilla, AZ, Banished Knight, Barbushka's Irradiated Jam, Broken Spine Horse Radish, Cake Jerry, the original different Jerry. California Jerry Girl, yeah. Canadian Links, Chia Jerry. Oh, I see. It used to be Chia CD, but I did the CDs nuts too many times, so now it's Jerry. But I do like that even better. Chris Mesca, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Corporal Admiral, Princess Furry Warrior Woo Jerry, Crypt Titties, Cuban Jerry, Defon Jerry, the Foxiest Jerry, the Ever Jerry, Ever-Changing Jerry and Tom versus Beard, Apocalypse, Ghost of Alpha, HMT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry, Irish Wishwatch, Jerry from State Farm, Jerry was a race driver, Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Bean, Yum, Jerry Roxers, Yay, Jerry Role-Playing Game, aka Bloody Butterfly Gaming, King Tom, Smasher of Jerry Zillas. Now we got a fight on our hands. Kitsakin, Crafty Kitty Cat, Life of a Guardian, Little Ann Woods, maybe next time Midnight Sun, Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel, I see you, One Leg Jerry, Organic Cam, Princess Rosalie, Ghosty, Ryger, Raptor Art, she's my Jerry Pie, Silurian King, Snary, that's Nom Jerry, Spoony the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, that one green Jerry, I remember her, the mythical carrot, Jerry God of the Carrots, which are the best for your eyes. The Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, not the most different Jerry, maybe, to Infinite Jerry and beyond! Unkale, Tom, promise, Jerry, swears, oh no, bad Jerry, Tom be a good boy, don't swear, it's just a fact, solely science. And also $1 patrons, holla at your boy.
Thank you guys all so much for supporting on the Patreon. I do hope some other people will consider supporting on the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watch some more ReddX videos. That's a big brain play too. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.